I discuss
this one.
but she might lay the ag.
No. All this certainly.
No, they must not sack the ag. The ag is no. On behalf of the remaining 19 clubs in Premier League, the ag is the best for Man
United. Yes,
the ag is
leave the ag. In fact, if United fans are saying sack the ag, all of us will join.
I don't even know as humanity how we became so wicked. That everybody wants a man to lose his job. How will his children eat? How will his
I don't understand.
His community. How will
the people he helps?
People that rely on him.
Yes.
He's a pillar of the community.
And imagine if Van Nistelrooy left his own work.
Okay,
come and join me.
So what if there's an opportunity to sack them gradually? Will you be happy?
Yes.
No, wait. Why would there be an opportunity? I won't say the opportunity for Pep Guardiola to be happy.
Because we know he would leave someday.
All good things must come to an end.
This life is a market.
And even is leaving is the one that is choosing. So for him to leave, that means he has other sources of income. But this one, you want to sack a man that is so when Klopp left, he had other sources of income.
Yes.
He left because he was financially stable.
He wants to even go on
sabbatical. He has been there for a year. He has been there for 9 years. He has gathered money.
And you're going to beat taking pictures.
Just at the start of his third season, he has not really gathered enough money.
He has not collected pension.
And do you know the most painful part? The most painful part of the story.
I say not.
From the first season, all these bad people have been clamoring, sack Ten Hag, sack Ten Hag. The man has not even sat down. People say he should stand up.
Look, this is my own philosophy. Let him, even if he's going to fail, let him fail for like 10 years. Before you know that okay, this
is a failure.
That's why you have no horror. If you sack him now, why if you sack him just as he's about to make it?
He won FA Cup last season.
One FA Cup season. Last season was FA Cup.
Yeah, 2 trophies
back to back
in 2 years.
More than that, what
Arteta has done. Such a man.
More than what Arteta has done with Arsenal.
Yeah, he's the best. So Ten Hag, as you guys are saying, he's the best manager
for Man U.
After Ferguson.
No, he's the best manager for Manchester United now.
He's the manager of our dreams
for Manchester United.
Option for Manchester United.
He's the one.
As an Arsenal fan, as a Chelsea fan,
Ten Hag must stay.
Solidarity for Ten Hag. Solidarity for Ten Hag. Solidarity for Ten Hag.
You must always lose my games.
But that's funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the height of sorcery. There's nothing you tell me. Look at this.
Look at this. Just 2 games.
Arsenal. Look at this Arsenal fan, Chelsea fan.
Yes, sir.
2 Chelsea fans here. In fact,
what? You
always do as if what is your
it's proud. Do you know why?
Listen, as a City fan.
Yes.
We are in the same city with Manchester United, and it's a team that has been successful over the years. In fact, Man U has been that team that when City were not doing well, they've represented us well.
Yeah, Manchester. Yeah.
They won the Champions, they won the league. Now United are not doing well. If you ask me, Ten Hag is a fantastic manager. But you see, I want the success of United. I want them to succeed as well.
Only one team can be successful part-time in Manchester.
No, as it is, I want both teams.
No. Okay, if Man U begins to be successful, Man City will go down.
No, that's not the case.
That must be.
But let me just say, I still feel that let Ten Hag continue.
Is our problem.
Let Ten Hag. You know, I love you so much. Continue. Let the failure continue.
We are just on solidarity. He is going to love.
I've never seen a opposition manager perform this well. In terms of making opposition fans happy. No, there's no manager that has made me happy like this before in my life. If you see,
I am looking forward to games that you play against you.
Man, you are playing football like Ludo. But that means what you do is United will no longer be on your ticket.
And they'll be on the losing side.
If they because they destroyed
they can be there, but it will be Man U to lose.
Yeah, that's you see.
Even me when I know they play, I know the idea.
At the end of the day, this is just not even about tickets, it's not about money, it's not about results. It's not about a man not losing his job in this economy. Because none of us want to be. Imagine now they say on this podcast now, Kehinde Idris out.
Why are you using that as an example? You don't have sense.
You are the most likely to get sacked.
How?
Based on your antecedent.
What antecedent?
Based on your shenanigans.
I am better than you.
You're better than who?
Oh yeah,
The ladies love him.
My ladies will campaign.
They will protest. They will come to the timeline and start commenting.
My money is our money.
Thank you very much. Thank you to Kehinde Idris for watching. Thank you,
ladies.
And welcome to what's the name of your show?
Sport Vibe.
Why are you looking?
When you said and welcome to,
you need to be more spontaneous.
I thought you were talking about welcome to the ladies show.
Yeah, this is why I'm most likely to get fired.
Why?
Welcome to Sport Vibe, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, we made it. We made it. Best sport podcast in this side of the Mississippi.
Yeah.
Tony Young is the name. Here with some of my journalist friends. Solomon Edibri, pastor by day, journalist by night.
Why is the journalist at night?
Because that's when you do journalistic.
So which one is the side hustle? Is it journalism or
everything is the
journalism is the side hustle.
Everything is the
I've recently gotten wind of your activities in the church.
It's not good here.
No, don't let me review you.
Exactly.
All you need to do is that if you go to any church and see Solomon Edibri, just go. Except Evo is not your go.
Stay. We love you. We love you.
I've been to Solomon's church while Solomon is doing his, and he's an amazing man of God. Amazing.
In fact, an amazing singer.
And on this table,
you
should know that it is I and Solomon that have spent the longest of time. You see, these two, they came after. So I know Solomon better. And when I say fantastic, I mean it. Why are you calling my name? It's John.
Wait first. Even if God decides, which is not going to happen, but even if God decides to forgive all your sins and say you are now free to enter the doorstep of heaven, because you cannot still enter the main heaven as you did like this. This is what you just did, that is the reason they will remember and stop. We say we are forgiving you for all the women, all the stealing and lying. But you know that he calls Solomon Edibri a correct man of God one time. Say, both of you. So,
I'll drink to that. Because me and my God, we are very in tandem.
Okay. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. I thought yesterday, looking. See, once you see you that exercise a lot,
they are proud.
They do them like say they show you the process. No. Because why would you wear shirts that cover your arm? And you will now roll up the arm just so you want pepper them.
If you leave John will wear singlet to this.
It's easy for
No. See, the thing is, I mean, I love to be free. So, like
that's what all of them.
That's it. So if I'm putting on the singlet, it's actually very nice for me.
Why is it that you guys love to, all of it? Shall we like?
I like to be free. That is why I shooting this podcast like Black Maria.
I mean, feel like a bird. That's it.
That's what Kehinde Idris welcome to the show.
Mr. D.
Looking very nice. I really like Kehinde Idris. Yeah. And if EFCC ever comes, so you are not even. Because let me tell you have been wearing some really
you're drunk.
Importer, exporter.
I go to EFCC office every now and then.
And one day you go, you don't come.
No, I know people there.
You better stop going. One day they will just say, you match a description.
You fit the profile.
In fact, and his name is Idris. And we know
Babash. I will not take. I can take everything. But linking me with another Idris, I don't want.
It's Alba now.
Idris
Alba.
There's not even Idris Alba.
I know the Idris Alba.
Idris Elba.
Yeah, that's okay. But anyway, Kehinde Idris, fun fact that Kehinde Idris and the particular Idris women are actually distant relatives.
Very distant.
They are cousins.
I'm off the show.
Okay.
We will go beg you to stay now. We have to stay.
EFCC will soon link up with you. We will call you for questioning. What do you know
about the 15 million?
What do you know about the case?
Yes.
Say there's no way you will not know since you are related. Anyway, this conversation is starting to get risky, so let us move on to a different, more sporting conversation.
Oscar Bob.
Let's start the show proper, guys, and then start from the NPFL this time, where there was a bit of drama recently. And let me just let you hear it for yourselves before we go into all of it.
For the treatment, you told your player what they don't expect, what they want to win. You don't have to win. You didn't win this way. You don't have to win. People will tell you manage. It's important to value people and value life. Because it's not at all. If you don't win this place, you can win other place. But continue pushing forward when there is life. Why I know that you have to repeat somebody to win. Big disappointment. I want our friends that want to win by all means. Big disappointment. Very big disappointment for them. They were out. They took a lot of energy into it. And came and they want to be happy. I don't expect them to be happy. If you want to be happy, then you have just like I was sad at the end of the last time. I was so sad. In fact, the things you and the election. Let me enjoy the family.
Nothing takes away our friendship. The words of Daniel Ogumodede Jabo, the coach of Rebel Stars, the only coach, the 100% record in the NBF at the time of recording. They fit up this time by the time this comes out. And the voice before him was that of Rangers coach, the reigning NPFL coach of the year, the reigning NPFL league champion, Fidelis Ilechukwu, the walking one, as they call it. Anyway, these two guys are known to be buddy, to be friends. Both of them were recently appointed as assistant coaches of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But they are seeing the first public sign of friction between the two. After Remo Stars beat Rangers International by 2-1 in the NPFL match day 5, was it? In Ikene. Yeah. And Fidelis Ilechukwu was not happy with the manner in which Remo Stars won the game, claiming that just because you want to win, you still have to abide by fair play rules. First of all, our thoughts on what was said from Fidelis angle. Does he have a point? Yes or no? And then we'll go around the room again. Secondly, is this good or bad for the league? But first on Fidelis' statements. Can you do this?
I think he's right. When we analyze, we'll say win at all costs, humanly possible. When we had the humanly, that is, you're not trampling on another person's rights or doing shady things. Humanly possible means you stay in the coffers of the law. Yeah. You stay in the guidance of the rule of the game. Don't bring the game to disrepute and don't disrupt what is to be. In that vein, I totally agree with Fidelis Ilechukwu. But I would also tell you that interview Fidelis 2 weeks later concerning this same game, he will not sound this way. There is something that defeat does to you, especially at the immediate. So many things that you saw then, after a while, taking it into, you just be like, maybe I would have done a bit of this too and all of that. But in the vein at which the interview happened, I think Fidelis is spot on. Remo Stars are not a team that I can spare when it comes to shenanigans. They have a record on that. Although in recent time they've been properly, they've been trying to be as clean as possible. They made Ikene a home, but their second stint, or their first stint in the NPFL and also their time in the NNL before getting this present promotion that they're enjoying, the run. That Ikene home can be something else. But Fidelis came and he said something in that interview. When we won the league last season, we didn't play this way. We didn't make people come to Enugu and feel like they were properly robbed. And yes, if you go by history also, playing with MFM, number one, Lagos doesn't feel like home to any team. Then he is coaching a club-owned, a church-owned club. So he needed to play good football. That is why then, if you're looking for good football in the MPFL, Fidelis Ilechukwu's MFM is one of them. And even when he went to Atlan, he went to Play 2, and now that he is in Enugu Rangers, we saw some good football. And it feels, if you can beat me, beat me. All you need to do is to play good football and get to win. You don't do, inhuman things or shenanigans. So I agree with Fidelis Ilechuku.
John?
Yeah, I mean, just to an extent, to the line of Kehinde Idris on that. But sometimes in football, football is very, very competitive. And sometimes emotions come after each game. You hear coaches even come out and say certain things. That it's not just Fidelis. We've heard coaches in Premier League after a defeat come out to say some things that, in fact, when you interview them later, they just later regret that maybe they shouldn't have made that statement. Most of them may not come out openly to tell you that they regret making that statement. But deep down, they felt that okay, emotions were very high at the time. That was why I made such things. And see, truth is, in football, let's forget it. I've had this argument with you guys too one time as regards trying to win at all costs. Yes, see, any manner with which you can get the win, you get the win. I agree. It is marathon. And when you drop points on the road, one way or the other, it will come back to haunt you towards the end of the season. See, Fidelis might be aggrieved with the fact that they didn't observe fair play rule, which can even happen in any game anyway. And for Fidelis Ilechuku, if you want to win, your players missed an array of chances that game, according to the stats. And one journalist who was, if Fidelis and his team had a couple of times, they would have buried that game. In fact, in Ikene, but that didn't happen. Rather, he pinned down the defeat on lack of fair play. I remember. Let me give you an instance. I was listening to the Obi-Wan podcast, and Patrice Evra was in the studio with Mikel, and he said that Ferguson told them at that time, after, because at that time, remember that if the first red card Mikel picked up against Manchester United, that was in, I can't remember the year now, I think it was 2007, 2008. Ferguson told them, he said, Mikel, target him, make sure you take him out of the game. How we are going to win this game, I don't care. Just make sure when you take him out, it makes it very easy for us to win this game. Imagine a coach telling his players, take Mikel out, frustrate him, because everything goes through Mikel in that game. He's been doing all the tackles.
Mikel was a pivot at Chelsea.
Yes. Really. So, and you know what? They actually succeeded. Mikel picked up a red card in that game, and United eventually went ahead to win that game. So, sometimes in football, whoever employed you is not concerned about whether there's one fair play or no fair play. As far as it's concerned, you must speak up the result. To an extent, yes. If a player is dying, or maybe it's a serious situation, of course, you expect that everybody should rally around that. But the fair play is talking about, I didn't see the fair play, but based on what I know, Fidelis is not lying, but then again, I don't think that is the reason why they lost that game.
Okay. We'll see. I know you guys are. I'm totally against Fidelis. And the reason I'm totally against Fidelis is simple. If they had won or drawn, you won't be saying whatever I say. If the situation will be reversed, and like Ijabo said last season, he was pained in Enugu because he lost.
But he didn't lose on the grounds of shenanigans.
See, Kehinde Idris. It's not about the shenanigans. It's just the simple. They lost. And see, believe me, this is the most competitive MPFL season in a long time. And if you're a coach and you're sensitive enough, you will know that, like you said, picking points away, you have to just. I just feel Fidelis was bitter that he lost, and how he forget how he lost. He was just bitter that he lost. This same fixture, reverse it. Enugu Rangers, the next one. If Fidelis wins, we would have forgotten about it. So it's just bitter because he lost. That's how I just felt it's bitter because he lost. The manner at which is not what really matters. It was just bitter that he lost. That's it.
Alright, me personally, I don't know about the bitter side, but I do agree with Solomon. And I think that You got beat, man.
You got beat. Move on, bro.
That's what it is. All this talk about you lost the game. It's fine. Don't. If you want to blame the referees or something, it's different than blaming the opposition coach for why you lost. Then that's in my opinion. That's
like saying I brought my cutlass, but it was sharp enough. But the other one brought 2 cutlasses.
Yeah, I don't even see the point of that. Why is the opposition manager the reason that you lost? He did what he believed was best for his team. If you see that someone is not playing with fair play, you too.
Unfairly play.
I the tempo. Okay, oh boys, this one that we came here is not friendship football anymore.
Then do like Arsenal did. Take out Rodri.
If they kick you, kick them. If they ask about if ball come on, don't give them back. That's what they're doing. To them back. That's all you need to do. All this one are coming out at the game to talk about. That's why you lost. I don't buy it.
But I do like one thing though. He's making us talk about the.
Yeah, that's
what the point. And it's trending, seriously trending.
And that's what I'm going to.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to with this other part of the question. Is this good or bad for the league? Because yes, it's good in terms of, like Solomon said, publicity. We are talking about it right now. Other people have talked about it over the last week. Trended the day it happened. The videos of the interviews have circulated. In fact, it was Fidelis' video that first circulated before Daniel's response started circulating as well. So it's good for the NPFL to be getting this kind of visibility. Absolutely. Is it good though for the two managers that are known to be tight to be having this kind of issue, especially since they now have a joint venture with the national team?
Yes, it's good. Do you know why? I remember when a Clasico was between Pep Guardiola and Jose Mourinho. They start and the broadcaster dedicated 2 cameras to just. We are not saying 2 cameras to just the reaction of the coaches, which itself was big enough. So I think it's good. Anything to push publicity for the league. I'm not saying now you should now start breaking somebody's head on the pitch or no. I'm saying as long as you could trend, as long as people will get interested, let people see it online first and let them hear, oh, Rangers is playing in Lagos. Oh, is it that Rangers? Or Remo is playing in Lagos. Oh, is it that Rangers? And that coach, okay, let me go and see anything that can let us get people to the stadium, get them interested in the players and the coaches is good enough for me. So I think it's good. It's good. The controversy is part of the. That's what even pushes the likes of Mourinho to be talked about so much. So the controversy is part of it. So it's good.
Yeah. So quick thoughts from KD and John before we move on.
Yeah, I agree with Solomon on that because the truth is in football, like I said earlier, everybody wants to win. And so it's that competitive spirit that gets people's reaction or emotion, after each game. And for the fact that both of them said, okay, this didn't take away our friendship. Remember what happened between Arteta and Pep Guardiola recently, where even Arteta came out and said, oh, come on, Pep Guardiola I respect him. He's a manager I've learned from. He's been there for me personally and my family and all of that. Where journalists were trying to say, oh, you said you've been here for, you said you've been in Man City for 4 years and you know what went down. He had to correct. He said, no, that's not what I'm saying. That I know the hard work, the kind of work they put in as a team, to get this number of wins and number of trophies. And you see, for imagine, it was not even a bad dark arts now. What has trended for an entire week has to be the statement between Pep Guardiola and Arteta. So it gives your league a lot of publicity. Everybody wants to see the other side of these managers. We only see their football. We want to see how they react when they are angry. We want to see their faces. And you see, in football, these things happen. I'm not against, even in fact, I want to see another manager beat themselves. For example, I want to see Finidis' reaction to Imama, Finidis' reaction to
I want to see Finidis' reaction when they come back to Imba with Amonike and so you
want to see all of that because a lot of people still don't know that even Amunike is coaching in the NPFL.
Atlant.
And so when these reactions come, people then say, oh, Amunike is the new coach of Atlant. Oh, Imama is the new coach of Adiawele. We want to see, in fact, personally, I want to see a lot of this happen. Let's see how the coaches react. But you always find the positive and the negative side. But in terms of publicity, I agree with you 100%. Let these things continue.
Let it trend.
So, how does this affect the Super Eagles? Because these two guys have been recently appointed as assistants. How does this affect the dynamics of the Super Eagles job?
It doesn't affect. They are professionals. They understand this is all about the 3 points that was on ground on the day of the match. And Ijabal said, I was particularly very pained at Enugu because then they were also chasing the league. They still stood a good chance to win the league. And then, their hopes were dashed after, that Rangers loss in Enugu. And then this time, he is also bitter. Fidesz Ilechukwu is looking at, we play good football, we've established the fact that they could have even won because they squashed a lot of chances and all of that. But there are so many times that you always feel if that wrong had not been done to you and all of that. So after this, after the day of the match, 24 hours later, 48 hours later, 72 hours later, their nerves will start to calm. And they will understand why we are this is because we all are passionate about our job. We wanted all 3 points for Rangers and also for Remo, respectively. So there is nothing. They get back to the Super Eagles, and I'm sure if they did not see each other, the moment they get to camp of the Super Eagles, they say, "But boy, you they do anyhow. You they do anyhow."
Don't worry, you come to Enugu,
I'll show you, and they will do the best for and they will do the best for the Super Eagles, even if they are not in good terms. Up until coming to the camp of the Super Eagles, it is simple. You must all come together, bring all of your ideas to better the Super Eagles. There is no Rangers player here, or there is no Remo Stars player here. Or this team is not called either Rangers or Remo Stars. This team is called the Super Eagles, the national team of Nigeria. And we need to do the best for that. So it's good. I just wanted to say why this is also fantastic is I can remember last year, I think about thrice, the Turkish league was in the news because of funnies. We saw a chairman brought a gun. We saw a chairman punch a ref and all of that. This is not the story. It's the story where if you see a fine writer like, any of these guys seated, when they write it, they will tell you of passionate coaches in the league who do everything possible to get all points for their club. And even as much as one can complain, the other did not go all out by slapping referee or they chased fans. No, it was a case of you find a way to technically outsmart the other, and it's a fantastic story any day, anytime. So they would always come together, do best for the national team, and then when the second leg comes, you will still see another form of football.
All right, while we're on the topic of national team, let's just talk about that because Augustine Eguavon, what is the story? Is it
stepping back, stepping into the Super Eagles?
Yeah, because
he has been asked to continue.
I know he's taking over the chanting. But give us more insight into that.
No, it's immediately after the game, the away game against Rwanda, he said it, and that was what was Keita said. I'm going back to my job as technical director of Nigerian Football Federation, which is absolutely right because he was just meant to step in to take over for the 2 games. But now the Super Eagles still doesn't have a coach, so he's stepping back into the job as the coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria from being the technical advisor. So that's not the situation. But my headache is not if you want to make it permanent, bro. NFF, make it permanent.
NFF is your bro.
Bro, yeah, make it permanent.
All right, on Thursday, sometime last week, the Nigeria Football Federation confirmed that Augustine Eguavon will continue in his role as the caretaker of the Super League, which implies that they are still looking for him.
That's why I said, bro, make it permanent. What are you doing?
What this confirms is that he will most likely be in charge of the upcoming 2025 competitions games against Libya. But I don't know why do we like uncertainty? Why?
No, do you know that song? What shock you want back? You like to shock.
Like it is clear that there is no plan. If Augustine Eguavon is the interim, announce it and employ him then as an interim Super Eagles man. Even if you keep looking for, it's not the one that you bring him as interim for just those 2 games. He will announce that he has gone back to his work, and then you will now counter-announce that you have brought him back again to continue interim. It's messy.
Yes, today the part that pains me the most is the fact that immediately after that game against Rwanda, it means for the last 3-4 weeks, he has not been thinking about Super Eagles. So you announce a week to a game.
I mean, it's just to think about Super Eagles.
No, you're not getting it. Like as a coach, you're looking at players. You're looking at, as a technical director, you're looking at football all round. But as a coach, your focus is on the Super Eagles. Now you announce a week, 2 weeks to a game. You now start thinking, okay, this is how no. Like you said, make it permanent. Let him focus. Let the players know, oh, I'm injured. This is who I'm calling. Oh, I might not be able to make it on time. This is who I'm calling. Not that they will put out a list and 2 days later, someone will now be reaching out that, bro, I get injury now. No. Let him focus.
You know, one of the issues that I have, which I've said everywhere, I know I've mentioned it on this platform too, every platform I've been on. The only people who do not have respect for the Super Eagles, Super Falcons, any of the football that we have in this country are the people who are in charge of the football, who are our football administrators. And it starts from the Ministry of Sports to the NFF. I'll tell you time and time again, and I'll say it now, they've never, any time in their lives, respected the franchise. Whichever franchise of our football, whether it's the Super Eagles, the Super Falcons, the Flamingos, you know, any of those teams, they are huge. You go out there, any of these guys, you know, very exposed. When you go out there, you hear how people talk about our teams, and you'll be wondering, is it the same team that our NFF will not even know what's happening to them for like 3 months? Now, take into example, look at the time we played that Rwandan second leg. Eguavon said this. Is it not easy for you to call Eguavon and say you are still in charge? While we look for the technical director. Now, Solomon's point, there is a line in that point. He said his thinking was swayed. There is difference in I'm the technical director. There are other jobs for you. You are not a coach. And also, you being the manager of the team, your thinking is completely different. I saw some new names recently. Afolabi Kiniko is called it. If you're the manager, those are things that you'll be like, let me connect with him. We need so. But as the director, you're looking at other things, welfareism, all those things. These are things that you are in charge of.
Those are going for.
These are things that now the NFF didn't deem fit. Eguava said they sat down. Days to another game, Eguava, you will be in charge. These things are, and see, maybe one day somebody will make me understand how president after president after president after president, minister after minister after minister after minister, the results are the same. They said if you want to get a different result, then do things different. We've changed presidents, result did not change. We changed minister, result did not change.
And there's a system that is working.
Okay, it's a system that is working.
No, sorry, there's a system that is not working.
All of them just key into it.
It's a system that is not working.
It's a worry that every time they make our job so hard. I've heard the dirtiest of things. When people listen to some of the analysis, they'll look at it and be like, you said you'll be a politician. But we are saying things so many times from the positive side. As much as we criticize so many these things, do you know that we end up here talking about the Super Eagles in a good light? Because that's our job.
Yeah, I mean, let me pick up from there. So I was listening to one of our senior guys, you know, in this industry, and he made mention of something. He said, when we attend our annual general meeting, whether for the MPFL or the NNL, they said they don't even spend up to 10 minutes to discuss critical issues affecting the league. They spend the rest of the time discussing things that have no bearing on how to improve the league. Remember, these guys that are in the AGM are the ones also in the NFF. And so people that are discussing for 10 minutes critical issues in the league, they are the ones you expect to put things right in the league. It's a systemic problem, and we've always everybody knows
a system that is not working.
It is a huge problem. They are not concerned about the brand. Do you think that they are concerned about how people see them? It's none of their business. So he's talking about presidents and presidents coming, coaches,
ministers. No, don't call coaches.
Ministers and presidents. First, these people, what has been their own achievements in sports?
Before
What
them.
has been their interest in
Before
sports
them.
development? Not just for sports
Yeah,
development.
before being
Being president. Who brought them in? How did they get that role?
Gusau was a state FA chairman for years.
Of which state?
Zamfara.
What was
Zamfara.
the
Please,
achievement?
tell me. So the team in Zamfara,
Ilafia.
the team
In the state.
in the state.
Yeah.
Please, what is that?
Is a NNL.
So see, let me tell you guys, we can say all we want about the Super Eagles. The guys that run the affairs of this, they are not concerned about how that brand is going to improve. So, in as much as we talk about they are looking for coaches, that they will go and look for a manager that they know that this one will not bring us success in the next 2-3 years.
No.
So I'm telling you, the concern of these guys.
It's not the success of it.
It's not.
No, John. The moment 200 million naira comes into the pocket of everywhere will scatter. And I say it again and
sharing
again.
formula.
The moment we put our football right, everybody will chop, everybody will sweat.
You tire.
During the COVID, the EPL, I'm not saying English football, English Premier League, or you can call it Premiership, took money from their pockets, gave it to England or United Kingdom to create palliative for citizenry.
Say money be no worry.
That is like he's saying Sport Vibe Crew during COVID. We now said we made a lot of money. Lagos state government take 100
but we have
million.
not for tax.
No. I'm just giving an example. Yes.
When they want catch you, they don't go talk
Thank you for
about
putting
that.
out that disclaimer.
We have not.
We've
very, very
taken out.
important.
No, there is no need to talk about it. There's no need to. They can check the pocket. We take 100 million, give it to Lagos State, or we give it to Mushin local government.
Say this palliative for
say,
Must everybody know you are emotional? I've told people we record this election.
Okay, so now, do you know how lovely it will be for that community in itself?
They would never forget.
Now we are in a setup where all we think about is that systemic thing. If we don't do like this, Super Eagles get match tomorrow. We go say the logistics, everything at 300 million. But 100 million.
No, not 300 million. No, you are not getting it.
Let
Government
me
will spend all the money.
see. Let me.
But they will still write it in the budget that money. I did that.
So let me quickly say this. This same person was asked that can you advise somebody to put his money in
sports?
In not just sports. Let's say in the NPFL, start of it as a private club. He said that what he would advise the person to do is to go and run an academy, and not. He said and not waste your money. He said, in fact, why do you think that some teams are very smart? The likes of the DDFC, they don't want to be in the NPFL.
Oh,
they don't want to even be in the NNL. They are just making money
the present chairman
Of
selling players. He said that's the business that tries. But you want to be
of Lagos State FA. Of Lagos State FA. I will not call it, but you can. That man has been in sport business.
Okay, I know the man you're talking about.
That man does not have
any.
If he wants to be in the
academy.
NPFL, his team would have been in. But what his business is
selling players.
These boys grow to a point I sell them out. He has crazy funds.
That
is his business. But you see this NPFL, they will tell you one game to execute one game. They spend about 25 million. How much do you win? How much do you win?
I've even asked. Okay, it's not even I've even asked. We all know why Remo is still standing today. Remo has been established in 2010, and he said the financial muscle they have is that, and he said one of the reasons why the chairman of Remo Stars, that's Honorable Kunle Shoname, is still thriving today is because number one, first the financial muscle, and secondly, that he's really, really passionate. And also, the circle of influence has also helped. The reason why Remo starts. In one of our power, I talked about Doma United. Suleiman is the chairman of Doma. He said that. I don't want to say this. So when you put all of these things together, Tunde, it's difficult.
Maybe perhaps I say I stayed out of this conversation because I vowed
not to discuss things that
Nothing concern me, anything like that football. When you are discussing how the corruption can benefit me, come. And that's when I will be interested. If to say that sit down and God and say, oh,
now
say
sharing formula.
Ministry don't drop 200 million. Say how much is sports viable? I will be active in this conversation. But all this one I talk about Nigeria, better. The people we are discussing, they are collecting money
now.
As we
They are
speak.
sharing money.
No, it's not only in Nigeria. Look at what is happening in Cameroon. Samuel Eto'o has been banned for 6 months.
But from seeing Cameroon,
Yes.
it won't be as
And the guy is a dictator. The guy is misbehaving. See,
At the end of the day, it's an African thing.
yeah, I agree with
And the mistake that we make as football and sports people is that the way Nigeria is, we all know this is a Nigerian problem. But for whatever reason, we want sports to not be different. Like
Exactly.
the whole politics is like that.
Yes.
The whole country is like that. But we now want only sports.
one sector.
Only sports to just be acting normal. That's how.
Is the entertainment industry not thriving?
Where is the
Because no, they are not binded by government.
That's what I'm saying. Anything
Nollywood that is waiting to pass through government one way or the other.
Where is that? Where is that?
Since they started, let's privatize, take it to the cinema, Netflix.
yeah.
Is
If
that
you say if
all?
na
Do you
only
know that they
government,
are doing well?
you think if it's government that have record labels?
Wizkid by now will be performing for us.
No.
As you are doing so, say Wizkid, don't you have to come here.
Kenny, the best videos will be shown on NTA. I did not say that.
Na portable for the shooter and videos. My portable is even better than this guy that we have here. Because at least
Sorry, big smoke by Luke. Kenny Montana.
please, enough of Nigeria football, man. Enough of Nigeria. We are even at the end of the show. But before we go, we have to broach this real quick. Antoine Griezmann, at the age of 33, has officially retired from international football. So he will never play for France again, according to him. A long and successful career with Le Bleu, one of the greatest French players of all time, has to be acknowledged.
Yeah.
And because of that, don't worry, Griezmann is not yet. But we are doing our trivia on Griezmann today.
Okay, let's go there.
Ladies and gentlemen, clap it up, 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 clap it up. Griezmann.
You two, you are clapping.
Let's see. Maybe this time I know one or two about Griezmann.
He
What's
knows
the name
one or
of his
two
wife?
about Griezmann.
No, I hope it's not family. Just focus on the
There are some interesting facts about that one. I will not be asking you about his family.
Okay.
But the most interesting family fact about Griezmann is that all three of his daughters were born on the same day. And they are not triplets.
Yeah.
So he must have figured out the formula.
They have the same bed.
So we want
Yeah.
to
All of them, all three.
That's the easiest. You do everything at once.
You still spend money. Whether you do it separately, however, you go to use your pension, your Nigeria pension salary.
Idea.
Compare and to agree. You tell me, Griezmann tell you say no one do party. Griezmann always dey fight children when they do
Griezmann does not
birthday.
even need a party. Griezmann will sit in his palace and he will spend 100 million.
Yes, man.
You rent field and you will spend
200,000.
with 200,000, 50,000. Gbogbo yẹn ẹgbẹ́ ti yín wá o.
Ẹgbẹ́ tí ó wà.
Once anyway, we do that birthday for the next season, we tell them, you do birthday next year.
No, we go space out maybe 5 years.
Yeah, this birthday is for the next 5 years, so no go celebrate it just next year. Happy birthday. That's all.
Oh God.
But yeah, shout out to Antoine Griezmann. Like I said, one of the
And a fantastic human being.
Yeah.
Love his dominion.
Known for also being a basketball fan.
Yeah,
A
that's
big
true.
basketball fan. Spends his time. He played. Should I even ask this as trivia?
He played what? The total number of games for
He
France?
played 137.
137 for 4
No,
goals.
that's not. That's it for you.
You see the day where I want answer.
Hey, they will still
I
have
never asked
the
for
trivia
did I ask
question.
Pedro?
That's our okay, we're going to show me.
137 goals for France. The senior national team for 4 goals. For the under 21, he played 10 games, 2 goals for the under 20. He played 8 games, scored 1 for the under 19. He played 7, scored 3. So there's a clear progression. So, Griezmann trivia. Let's start with you, John Odette. What club did Antoine Griezmann start his career? Professional career.
Professional career. I think Marseille. Then
Marseille?
before he moved to Atletico Madrid.
All
I
right.
think so. No.
The record continues. This guy, first of all, he's not Adolodo. He graduated with a 2-1 from the prestigious University of
I read philosophy.
Yeah,
Philosophy.
so he knows book.
Philosophy.
But for whatever reason, once trivia reach, like
When you reach exam like this,
all of his brain will just empty. Because how you never get one single trivia question?
No, there was a time I was close. I was close last time.
Wow.
I was close.
Wow.
Yes, but never
Anyway, to clear your doubt, Antoine Griezmann has never played in France. Even though he's French, even though he was born and brought up in France, he was famously rejected by all the French clubs he tried out for because they believed he was too small.
Okay.
Real Sociedad is where he started his career. Real Sociedad had a French scout who saw him and liked him and moved him to Spain at the age of 14, which was when he joined Real Sociedad's academy.
From Sociedad to...
Yeah, so came through the academy, made 180 appearances for Real Sociedad, scored 46 goals, and then moved to Atletico de Madrid. Antoine Griezmann, question number 2. Who wants to go second? You, because Solomon is the reigning champion. You go last. Kenny Davis, which major tournament did Griezmann win the Golden Boots?
The Euros.
Which Euros?
I'm trying to. Yes.
What year?
Euro.
1986.
2016.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Antoine Griezmann won Euro 2016 Golden Boot with 6 goals,
Yes,
and
6
France lost in the final to
Yes.
Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. But Griezmann was fantastic in that tournament.
What do you call it?
Portugal.
The influence is
Yes,
mad.
it's you and
Ochuko.
The influence is large.
Well, influencer.
It's large. It's large.
Anyway, last but not least, the reigning trivia champion, Solomon Edivray.
But wait,
Why
so
am I
why
scared?
didn't you
Why am I
ask that to the Sociedad? I know that a lot of them
Yeah, they
don't get it. So you see that you are
But
you're
this
pressure
is
under the boss.
No, but this.
But can you remember that it was the
Yes.
highest scorer?
I'm telling you, I didn't just want it out. Yes.
If they ask you now that time.
No, I knew.
Okay, you always know other people.
You always know.
Oh, yeah.
But you know good now.
But there was no way I was going to get that resource. There's no
Why?
way.
He played 180 games. Why
So how would I know? That's what I'm saying, that he played.
You are even arguing rubbish.
It's a very simple question for Solomon Edivray. How many La Liga titles has Antoine Griezmann won so far? 1. What year? Don't stress yourself. You won't fail it. It's not a single La Liga title. Most people make this mistake.
Yes.
He joined Atletico Madrid in 2014 after they had won their first
league.
La Liga title. And by the time
okay.
they won the second one, it was in Barcelona. And when he was in Barcelona, he also never won the La Liga title
with them.
So if someone managed to miss Atletico Madrid's 2 titles and miss Barcelona's titles as well, because Barcelona won the title after they sent him back to Atletico Madrid as well. So Antoine Griezmann remains in the search for his first La Liga title, even though he has played his entire career in La Liga. With Real Sociedad, Atletico Madrid,
and Barcelona,
and back to Atletico Madrid. Still not La Liga title for Antoine Griezmann. So the only person to get the trivia question today is
Kenny
Antoine Idris.
Hey, that's it.
Antoine Idris Okuneye.
Yeah. Oh, that's the place. We don't condone. I know that you and your family member are used to prison. But don't bring prison behavior to this.
Oh God! But I don't.
The VIP is for only down. If you go, they're not going to say your brother go VIP. They go carry you go regular. In fact, don't go regular. Now enter free. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for working with us. Thank you very much. When you tuned in, first of all, you already knew that this was going to be a great show. Because when have we never brought you a great show? Come on now. Come on now.
True.
Come on now. There was no other option on the table. It was not we did do it well, we did not do it well. Because they've always done it well.
Yeah.
And it's because we have a great cast. We have a superb cast. Can you do this?
Mr. Deep.
In his Gucci shirt.
I could wear my Gucci. Louis Vuitton.
No problem.
Gucci.
You explain yourself to hear.
I can make you look. I'll make you look.
Explain yourself to hear. John Ojetunde
showing off his abs and
thank you for pulling through.
Yeah.
Solomon Edivre as well. Tunde Young is the name. Shout out to the production team.
Lovely Jesse, Tunde Young.
Yeah. That's rep. And happy Independence Day to whatever country is celebrating it, whenever they are celebrating it.
They are 64.
Who are they?
So now only 4 years Nigeria dating.
4 years.
No, it's not 4 years. 4 years and 4 months.
We have to go, guys. Thank you very much for working with us. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, interact with the post. Let YouTube know you like what you're watching, because ladies, come on, man. Ladies.
Get the numbers.
Ladies. Even if you are just watching to discover that it's not only you 10 days with.
Still like.
Whatever reason you are watching it.
Still like and comment.
You are welcome in the name of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. We are seen all over you, the glory of the Lord. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. I welcome to my church. So whatever reason you are here, whether you are here for the sports, whether you are here for the vibes, whether you are here to monitor Idris, whether you are here. No,
as a church member of Solomon and
Solomon's church
or you are one of those that John has emceed his wedding.
Your wedding. If you are here for me, whether I hear you as a prime school, because prime school already has subscribers for so if you are here already as a prime school subscriber, whatever it is, thank you very much for working with us, and we will see you next week.
Adios.
Bye, guys.